Let's welcome our guest. She's so hot, she's often mistaken for the equator. I'm here tonight with Diane Macedo. She anchors business news on Amos in the Morning. Weekdays on Fox Business Network. Hey, I'm Amos. And she's so smart that dictionaries use her to look up big words. It's Liz McDonald, Fox Business Network's stocks editor. And in Romania, he's considered a stick. It's my repulsive sidekick, Bill Schultz. And if comedic genius were a foghorn, sailors would blow him during bad weather. Sitting right next to me, the comedian Tom Shalhoub. Don't try to make yourself look good.
A block. The lead. That's the first story.
Yes, it is. Well, one was on his game while the other was lame. Yep, round one went to the Mormon. In Wednesday night's debate, Mitt aggressively attacked the president's record on the economy, healthcare, and the deficit, while Obama looked like a bored employee at Best Buy. Meanwhile, Rammstein had pumped himself up beforehand by enjoying a game of Jenga and proceeded to rattle his opponent with lines like these.
You put $90 billion, like 50 years worth of breaks into solar and wind. To Solyndra and Fisker and Tesla and Enter One. I mean, I had a friend who said you don't just pick the winners and losers, you pick the losers. Mr. President, you're entitled as a president to your own airplane and to your own house, but not to your own facts.
Romney seemed shot out of a cannon. Obama pining for yogurt by Dannon. Thanks. Romney stared his opponent down. Obama just stared down and stared down some more. Always staring down. Wow, he looks down a lot. On Thursday, Obama's depressed advisors said adjustments would be made. Perhaps he should prepare less.
On the left, this debate is separated into 6 15-minute segments focusing heavily on the economy. Touching down in Denver this afternoon, President Obama has prepared more for these debates than any sitting president in the modern era.
That's kind of cute. Tom, Obama looked more like the president of a Justin Bieber fan club than the president of the greatest country ever.
You know, he still looked great going down those stairs, though. He's the best at going down those stairs.
Yes.
They should have the debates on the stairs.
Yes. That is so hard to do. Do you ever, I mean, talking when you're going down the stairs is dangerous.
Yes, I never do it.
Yeah, I talk when I go up. Yeah. I never talk when I go down.
And I hold the railing. I don't care if it looks nerdy. I don't want to fall.
You know what? I get a little panicky if there's no railing. Do you ever?
Yes.
Yes.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
How did we get on this topic?
Look,
yes.
There's no news here.
Okay.
The news is there's no news. Everyone's acting surprised. What happened to Obama? Oh, he had a bad performance. He had a bad day. He's always like this.
Oh.
Have you ever seen a press conference? Boring.
Yeah, it is true.
Anything except one of his speeches is boring. He's not that impressive.
Yeah.
He's never good with the facts.
Unless
he does a lot of mumbly-bumbly. Unless he always does.
Unless he does the Southern thing, and then that is great.
That's right.
That is amazing. That is entertaining. Liz, Obama pointed out 5 times that he and Romney agreed on the same things. It was almost like he was docile to a fault or something.
It's almost like he had a man crush on him. He seemed starstruck.
Yeah, starstruck. Let's stick with starstruck. I think he was starstruck.
Let's stay there. Yeah. Yeah, didn't it seem that way? He was almost giggling and nodding his head a lot and was really taken.
Yes.
As if he would go to a half-court basketball game with him and play with him.
I think he was more interested in being friends with him than debating him. And I can't say I blame him because, you know, Romney is gorgeous. And, you know, he's successful. He's kind of a nice guy, Diane. He looked down. Why do you think Obama looked down a lot so much?
I think 2 things. I think one, I think he was surprised and caught a little bit off guard by how well prepared Romney was for this debate, which quite frankly I was too. I think he was looking down both because he was probably nervous for that reason. I think he was also looking down at his notes, trying to find points to make to counter what Romney was saying, and I think in many cases he didn't come up with them. That being said, I think Romney still lacked a lot of details here, and while I think he caught Obama on a bad day here, I think he needs to really be prepared for the next one, because I don't think Obama will make the same mistake twice.
Exactly. Statistically, you don't get 2 big debate showings like that in a row. Right. It's like you don't beat the team 14-0 2 days in a row.
Yeah, but can Obama come back and say, oh, the 47% video was a bad thing, or is that going to look lame? Like he's pushing that point when he should have the first time around. I'm talking about
Did he miss the window?
Did
he miss the window?
I don't even think it's about Bain or the 47%. I mean, whenever you're doing a debate like this, you're spewing out that many facts, you're bound to make a few mistakes. And Romney made them last night, but Obama missed every single one.
Bill?
Exactly. Everyone who was supporting Obama wanted him to be angry and jump on Romney when he's playing fast and loose with the facts. And instead, he looked like he wanted to have a nap. But I called this from the beginning, and I'll tell you why. If you watch when they first come in, Romney's flag pin lapel thing was at least 10 times bigger than Obama's. This is why Eric Bolling is the best one on The View. I'm sorry. I believe it's called The Five. The View. Quite frankly, I've not seen it. But he's got that giant pin.
Yes.
So he just, he'll take over the table.
Yeah, yeah.
And just opens doors.
Yeah, it's amazing. No, but actually, it's a door opener.
Yes, exactly.
It's actually a remote door. Yes, the flag pin is a door opener. I want to talk about there was a thing that a lot of celebrities were upset about. It was when Mitt decided to go after a yellow icon.
What things would I cut from spending? Well, first of all, I will eliminate all programs by this test if they don't pass it. Is the program so critical it's worth borrowing money from China to pay for it? And if not, I'll get rid of it. Obamacare is on my list. I apologize, Mr. President. I use that term with all respect, by the way. Good. Okay, good. So I'll get rid of that. I'm sorry, Jim. I'm going to stop the subsidy to PBS. I'm going to stop other things. I like PBS. I love Big Bird. I actually like you, too.
So was this a good thing, a bad thing, or a thing?
Well, it's interesting. I also, after all the chatter today, I thought he said, I'm going to cut Big Bird. He actually said, I'm going to cut the subsidy, and he said, I like Big Bird. So he said he liked him.
Yeah.
I didn't remember that.
It'd be great if he said, no, I'm going to cut Big Bird as like a prison shiv.
Like I'm going to
I'm going to cut Big Bird. I'm not, by the way, okay, maybe it's me, Liz. Who likes Big Bird? When I watched Sesame Street, he was the least likable. Big, clumsy,
oh, you know who I didn't
horrible.
Like? You know who I didn't like? Snuffleupagus, that whiner.
Yeah.
He was a downer, always depressed.
Yeah.
It's funny, my wife...
I actually like the Grouch.
Yeah, so did, what's his name? Oscar.
But they're all part of the 47% now. They're entitled. They're entitlement state, so they're going to get cut. No, I'm kidding. But you know what? What was missing in this debate was Romney wants advertising on PBS. He wants to be able to have General Mills cornflakes and have PBS be sustained by the free market advertising, not from the taxpayer dollar.
Which makes sense, right?
Why don't they just do it?
I don't know. You're asking somebody who didn't do the research.
They always pause and they go to those people selling the mugs and the umbrellas. Just sell a couple of Big Birds on there.
Exactly.
Make their money back like that.
Congress has tried to do that several times, or the Republicans at least have, but it gets voted down every time they try.
It is a marginal issue, Bill, but it is still money.
Is it a margarine issue or a marginal?
He is yellow.
I am hungry, yes. And if you want to really shiv Big Bird, you got to go into the soft underbelly. A lot of people don't realize this. There's no one here.
Oh, really?
Yes, yeah. That's how they do the puppet area right there. PBS is a non-issue. It's like they get 3% of their funding from the government. Yeah. They'll just have more annoying drives if the government gets rid of them. Like I don't even understand why that.
But they should fend for themselves like everybody else.
They're going to have more like 70s era kind of shows,
which is awesome.
Big bands. I actually like them.
I love old PBS.
Or Judy Collins.
Judy Collins.
See, I watch it.
Mr. Rogers. I loved Mr. Rogers.
You kind of look like Mr. Rogers, actually.
I mean,
it's true.
When you see him putting on his sneakers.
Listen, that's why I feel I'm special. It's all because of him.
Are special.
Yeah. All evidence to the contrary, I still think I'm special, and it comes because he used to lean in and say, "It's not the things you wear, Tom Shalhoub. It's you."
I want to show this new RNC ad. It's called, I guess it's called The Smirk.
You said you cut the deficit in half. It's now 4 years later. We still have trillion-dollar deficits. My view is that we ought to provide tax relief to people in the middle class. The people who are having a hard time right now are middle-income Americans. Under the president's policies, middle-income Americans have been buried. They're just being crushed. Middle-income Americans have seen their income come down by $4,300. At the same time, gasoline prices have doubled under the president. Electric rates are up. Food prices are up. Health care costs have gone up by $2,500 a family. If you're reelected, we'll get to a $1 trillion debt. You have said before you'd cut the deficit in half. In order to bring the cost of health care down, we don't need to have a board of 15 people telling us what kinds of treatments we should have.
You know, the funny thing is, so that was an RNC ad showing President Obama smirking while Romney was talking. And it occurred to me in the break that this is just like a DNC ad that they did. And I was telling Tom this, that it's like where they showed it, and their point was that Mitt Romney was mean. So both the ad actually works for Romney and for Obama. Don't you think that was an amazing idea that I came up with, Tom, that you did not come up with?
Well, we had this great discussion while that was running, but the ad is so similar. The DNC ad is supposed to make Romney look like he's interrupting and being mean and everything like that, but it looks great. It's interrupting Romney, the whole ad, and then at the end it comes up and it says, Mitt Romney, he's not nice, but it's a great ad for Romney.
Do you think he was being rude, Bill?
No, but I'll tell you, everyone calls that a smirk, and that is fundamentally wrong. Let me show you exactly what a smirk is. It's this. Yeah, you kind of look smug. That was a stiggle. That was absolutely a stiggle. A stiggle is when you stifle a giggle. So it looked like, if it may, it looked like Obama was thinking about something funny, but he couldn't laugh on live TV, so he's going like this.
It's a stiggle. A nose giggle.
It was a stiggle.
I think they both have to work on their listening face, the face that they make while the other person's talking. Because Romney
what's a good face?
That's important.
That's a great question.
Well, Romney finishes his point and then goes like this.
Yeah.
You're talking about being starstruck.
Dreaming.
He literally looked like he had a crush on Obama and was dreaming about him while he was speaking.
I think they.
And Obama was sort of making that, I don't know,
Well, what kind of face
stiggle
did
or
you have?
smirk face.
Like,
And
you're like
so
this?
No,
he wasn't even listening.
The point is, if somebody is talking, this Republican ad was brilliant because they took something that Obama really couldn't control, which is his face. Or what do you do when somebody else is talking?
Yeah.
What do you do? Because
Yeah,
there is going to be a camera on you. You can't, like, I would instinctively be picking my nose or doing something.
It happens every halftime report. They have Andy on one side and me on the other. Whenever Andy's talking, I look like a dunce.
Yeah. Well, actually, that's not the only time. But
But they have coaches surrounding them to choreograph their every move.
Yeah.
Work on the listening.
Do you ever coach a president?
Just work on
you
it.
never tell him your real feelings.
Well, you don't do what Gore did. Remember when Gore went, oh.
Oh, that was great.
That was actually
Or when we got into the island. Hey, I want to talk about some of the odder media responses to the debate, and there were tons. Not literally, a ton is 2,000 pounds, so I was exaggerating. Probably the funniest was current TV's Al Gore. For you kids out there, he used to be Secretary of Cats or something. Here's Gore's explanation for President Obama's suckiness.
Obama arrived in Denver at 2 p.m. today, just a few hours before the debate started. Romney did his debate prep in Denver. When you go to 5,000 feet, and you only have a few hours to adjust,
that's interesting.
I don't know, maybe.
Okay. This is impenetrably idiotic.
Yeah.
Because if the president wants to do his debate prep, also show up a day early. And by the way, if you're feeling tired, go get a 5-hour energy drink or get Starbucks coffee.
Yeah, exactly. And by the way, he did do his acceptance speech in Denver in 2007? 2000? I can't remember. I wrote it down somewhere.
It was 1982.
1982.
Yeah.
And he had no complaints then. You lied to me. 1982.
No, I'm pretty sure it's
2008.
2008.
Denver, 2008.
Sacramento, 1982.
I wrote pathetic.
Al Gore is an
awesome.
inveterate hiker. He loves to hike up mountains. He knows a lot about the death zone and these, the lack of oxygen up there. So I think he might know what he's talking about.
Seems like he's hiking up mountains of food.
I don't understand why they even bother. He's still the incumbent. He's still popular, and there are more debates to come. Why do they feel to make up excuses like this? They just make it all worse.
You know what I love about it? He started out, Al Gore, saying, I'm going to say something controversial, and then he went all serious.
It's just stupid.
I want to move on to Chris Matthews, who had the paramedics on high alert after a long rant about the president. But Tingles did have one good piece of advice for Obama. Watch more Fox News, I think.
Where was Obama tonight? He should watch, well, not just hardball racers should watch you. It should watch the Reverend Al. He should watch Lawrence. He would learn something about this debate. There's a hot debate going on in this country. You know where it's being held? Here, on this network, is where we're having the debate. We have our knives out. We go after the people and the facts. What was he doing tonight?
Bill, can he win back Chris Matthews?
If you've lost Chris Matthews, then what is it? You lose the South?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, you lose Chris Matthews.
You lose the Northeast.
I would say, first of all, just to get back to Al Gore, I kind of agree with that because they send athletes over weeks ahead of time if they're going to play or do something there because the change is so different. And he did look like he had the air sucked out of him. As far as Chris Matthews,
So show up earlier.
well, he's the president. He can't be living in Denver.
He can show up
Show
earlier.
up there earlier like Romney did. Hold the rally there and prepare.
You got to be there a lot longer than a day to act.
So then they were both on equal footing.
He's a president, man. He can't be in Denver near the medicinal marijuana clinics. He's got to run stuff.
By the way, you know what bothers me about the Chris Matthews thing? Him having a transient stroke on camera with the boxes shows. Are they doing journalism over there?
Yeah.
Why is he so emotionally tied to this, and why is he so upset?
He was broken. He was a broken man.
They all looked like they were suffering altitude sickness.
Yes.
After the debate.
Well,
they were
Chris
pale.
Matthews, the commentator, it's not like he's a regular reporter who goes out there and pretends to not be biased.
Yeah, but that was pretty hardcore. They look like.
Wait a second, hang on. He was saying if he wants the facts, he should be watching us. But if he wants the facts, then report the facts and don't be so emotionally involved in it.
I'm tired of facts. Is everyone tired of facts? There's all this talk about facts. Oh, he didn't have the facts. This morning I'm reading all the fact checkers.
By the way? Yeah.
Fact checkers, it's a bunch of nonsense. This guy believes this guy believes this. That's it. There's no more facts.
It's true.
I don't even know. It's absolutely true. I don't even know why they use them anymore with email. I'm talking about facts with an X, right?
That's amazing.
MSNBC, get with the freaking 21st century.
All right, well, I think we've learned something.
I've learned a lot.
I have too.
Yeah.
Group hug during the break. Okay, coming up, what pickup lines work best in bars? Diane Macedo discusses her new book. If you even look at me, I'll slice your face with a butter knife.
Really, Diane? What are you doing?